All right, guys, Nelson Newleey here, and I want to talk deal math. So I think a lot of you guys are failing or maybe having a hard time launching, getting started. And it's not because you are not making the phone calls possibly, or not because you don't have the leads. Hell, we supply those. But I think it's because a lot of overthinking. We get stuck on trying to find the numbers, or we're scared to make the offer, or whatever the case may be. So I want to go over deal math, make this super simple so that you can make your offer and move on to the next one, or help this customer and get a contract sent out. So in this video, let's go over the only deal math that you need to get a wholesale offer out today. All right, guys, so let's jump right into it. Look, you don't need to be an appraiser. You don't need to be a realtor. You don't need to be a contractor to know numbers. You need three things, okay? You need to know the ARV, a roundabout of what the repair costs are, and then what's your max allowable offer. If you have those three things, you can make an offer and get your deal going. All right, guys, step number one, ARV. That is the after repair value. All right, very simple. That it is what it is, right? It's what the value of the home is after its repair. How do we go about finding that? Well, very simple. We're going to look at a few things. We're going to look in the neighborhood using Zillow or whatever stream or tool you're using. And you're going to look for 3 to 5 properties that are similar to that house that have sold. You don't want to cross any major streets. You don't want to look at any different size houses. So size houses means square footage really, or if their house is a 2-story and yours is a 1-story. If their house has a pool, yours doesn't have a pool. You're looking for things that have sold that are very similar to this property in or around underneath a mile in the last 3 to 6 months. Okay, so simply put, if you see 2 or 3 of those homes and the average of those homes is around 300,000, boom, there's your ARV, 300,000. Don't overthink this. And guys, another key tip, don't do all these numbers before you even get on the phone with somebody. You're going to spend all this time running numbers and then they may not even pick up. Step number 2, the repair. Guys, you don't need to be a contractor. You don't need to get crazy, and you don't need to get froze up, and you don't need to know the exact amount, like what does a roof cost or what does this cost. We're looking for general numbers so that we can get an idea, right? So let's say light rehab, right? So light rehab, let's do $10 to $15 a square foot. Medium, let's do $20 to $30 a square foot. And for heavy rehab, let's do $35 plus a square foot. So if we're working with medium, let's say home's 1,500 square foot. It needs medium rehab, so we're looking around $35,000 to $45,000 in there. So that's great, guys. I usually cut it down the middle and just say $30,000, and that gives me an idea of where I need to be with the numbers, so that we can back that out of our price of what we're going to need to do for the home, right? So it's very simple. Don't overthink it. We're looking for roundabout numbers that we can utilize when making an offer. All right, guys, and then the last and final step is going to be our max allowable offer, MAO. All right, and so all you're doing is taking the ARV, okay, timesing it by 70%, and then minusing repairs. So let's say the ARV is 300,000, right? And then you're going to you're going to times that by 70%, so that gives you 210. And then you're going to minus 40 for the repairs. That gives you 170. So that's around your max allowable offer. Now, guys, this is not a hard and fast number. If it's 180, it doesn't mean throw it away. If it's 190, it doesn't mean it's not a deal. You can utilize those and do like a novation. I did a whole video on that and how you do the math and how you can do those. Link in the bio if you want to watch that video. But guys, that's just to give you a roundabout offer range. And then you have to work in your assignment fee, right? So if you do get them to 170 and that's what your buyer wants to be at, you need to deduct $5,000, $10,000 for amount of money that you want to make. It's a roundabout number to give you an idea. All right, guys. So that's how you do the math on your MAO. So those are the three things you need. Let's go over it one more time. We got to get our ARV, after repair value. Okay. Then we have to get our repair, so we have an idea of what that cost is there. And then we have to get our MAO. Once we have those things, we're ready to make an offer. And guys, don't spend days trying to come up with these numbers. Don't be scared to make an offer. Wholesaling is a volume game. Get these numbers, put them on hold for a second, call them right back if you have to, make your offer, and then negotiate with them and go back and forth. If they say no, figure out why no. If they say yes, get them over a contract. All right, guys. So that's my take on deal mass so you can make your first wholesale offer. So here's the thing, guys. These are going to be my final takeaways. Don't spend 3 days trying to make this offer. Speed to the offer wins, and then make your offer, present it, negotiate, and then move on. It's a volume game. We've got to do more than one of these a day. So if you guys want to learn how to get leads so that you can make offers every single day and start talking to customers so you can make your offers and start making your first deal and make your first 10, 15, $20,000. Comment leads down below and we'll take care of you, or click the link in the bio, go to newleey.com, get started, start getting leads today. Thank you guys. Have a great day.